Hey there, this is Peacekeeperalex and the Psychic Wargamers. We're going to carry on with where we left off with the campaign. This is going to be the Psychic Wargamers Total War 3 Kingdoms Yellow Turban Rebellion campaign Let's Play number 26. And this is going to be the Psychic Wargamers stream number 31. So let's take a look where we left off. As you can see, we're right at the doorsteps of Penchang Temple. And Liu Bei's only visible force, right near his territory, to the west, not to the east, to the east. Yuan Shu, again, is hovering around Nanyang Regional City, and I've gathered my forces in three fairly decently sized armies to try and traverse over there. We're going to have to do that next turn, though. And Shangyong, the gates are open. We're ready to almost take it, and I think we can take it this turn, technically speaking, but I think I'm going to wait one turn. That's what I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait one turn because the supporting forces over to the north are also going to recover. So it's going to be good. We're going to do one turn. We'll see what we're able to do. And we are going to be attacked by Liu Bei. 2,735 on the side of the Yellow Turban Rebellions. Myself against Liu Bei, a 1601 deployed. We're going to start battle. Battle of Penchang, small regional city. Mostly bowman infantry. Do we have any horsemen? No, we do not. And they are hitting us with some archer fire here fairly heavily. I'm going to send my generals right after some of the archers. Again, they got a lot of bowmen, so there's going to be a lot of bow fire. You can see they're fairly scattered all over through the map. The left flank's trying to chase down those left flank archers there. Right flank for the enemy. Right flank archers are being chased away, and Trebuchet's still firing. I'm actually going to backtrack here on one of these Yellow Turban warrior units and take out this Trebuchet. Try and chase down one of the archers in the middle. I have some axemen as well, which I'm going to traverse rightwards. Try and cut right across and attack the enemy from the flank, now that those left flank bowmen are gone. to send this other force again to the right flank. Well, not to the right flank, right to the center, actually. We're right situated in a river. And this one cavalry unit is holding back 4 of my units from being able to get to that right flank. You can see my units traversing right through that riverbed and attacking them right in the center. 2 enemy generals trailing behind, clipping and attacking my units. Got 1 unit here, Yellow Turban Warriors, kind of clashing with Saber Militia right in the riverbed with He, my general. Taking swings and kicks from the horse, putting it upon the enemy. To the right flank, one of my spearmen is able to get some of that heavy crossbowmen. And my left flank unit, I don't know where that left flank went. one of the units is going southwards, way off the map, away from the battlefield, and one's going northwards. One's able to catch up to this archer militia in the north, and the one in the south still trying to catch up. Leaving that 1 bowman unit to harass these faith preservers. They're trying to take out the enemy general.
Take heed, warriors! Warriors run! Craven, dogs, swords! Attack!
And there's just this large amount of bowmen to the north that I'm trying to catch up to. 4 units I'm trying to chase with 1 spearman and 1 melee infantry.
Prepare! Destroy them!
You see like scattered of scorch marks on the earth with these fire arrows.
Attend!
I'm going to send one of my generals off to the left, try and take out those archers. They were unable to be nullified by my gambit on the left flank to chase them away.
The time has come! Swordsmen, ready! Attention! Swords drawn! To battle!
And I still have archer units too as well, which are doing fairly well.
Hurry! Move!
Try and take out the enemy generals.
Sword sharpened!
I'm able to send a unit apiece after each general here.
Unleash fury!
Axe infantry and peasant spearmen taking on this archer militia. See way in the distance, a couple of my units catching up with some of those pesky bowmen.
Attack! Do not relent! You will fall! I will not lose again! I will crush you for this insult. Charge! Sword! Peasant infantry! Prepare!
So again, sporadic fighting all throughout the map here, way off to the north.
Your words are as pathetic.
Different melee infantry's catching up to the Archies.
The enemy unit flees! What cowards!
Gonna chase them down. Enemy general in the center is now fleeing. And correct. Doesn't seem to want to fight though.
Our success looms large.
We're going to speed it up a bit. So by my count, there's 3 bowman unit left, with 1 just retreating, leaving 2.
The enemy warriors are running. Ha!
The other one flees, leaving 1 unit left. And that would be it. Yep. It's the last unit.
The enemy warriors
There,
are
victory.
running. Ha!
See bodies all scattered throughout the map. Pretty much a chase ensuing in the latter half of this battle. As predicted, close victory. Let's see what happened here. Let's just take a look.
Those who fight do not win. Those who win do not fight. This is the way of the Tao. You continue to grow and unlock the mysteries of the Tao. Now you must apply these learnings for the peace of the people. War has long ravaged your lands, taking its toll on your people, languishing under the...
So let's try that again. This time we'll delegate. Release, recruit. Lube loses regardless. In regards to that one. And Nan Yang goes dark. And he ends up attacking the bunched up units. And for some reason, that does not register to... And he ends up attacking Nan Yang. Decisive defeat. So he ends up trying to attack Jade Mine, Yuan Shu. And it looks like, yeah, they're going to win this. Because I had, of course, those 3 armies bunched up in a different direction. But that's going to leave Nanyang Regional City open, at the very least. But we will fight this battle. We are outmatched here. You got about 800 more units than I do. We are in a defensive settlement, so that might be the difference. Yeah, they got a few more. They got generals. That's the thing. They got 4 generals. That's... So we do have 2 horsemen units we could send forth, and their reinforcements are going to be coming from the north. We could put our bowmen right out front and nullify these guys quick. Put one of these axemen unit over here to try to hold it down. Enemy reinforcements are coming from the north. 2 armies, and I don't see that 3rd army. We're going to try and make a gambit here, try and attack this 1st army that only has like 200, 300 units. They're fairly... And hopefully we have enough time to reinforce the north from the attacking armies that are happening from over there. Speed it up just a bit. I'm going to start moving my bowmen over to the north. I leave 1 spearman unit here, as well as the horsemen to deal with that army.
Enemy unit flees! What cowards! Show no mercy! Attend me, spearman! Make ready! March to the double! Arrows! Move up quickly! Ready! Run! Run!
See my horsemen dealing with the remaining of that army.
Ready to ride!
And 1 Lankai swordsman and 1 Nanyang warriors. You can see from the north a slew of different generals. You got 6 different generals here, along with a large amount of horsemen, going to try and attack right to the north west. And they're going to try and attack, but that's not going to be good for some of their generals because they got low health. There's 2 generals got full health, and the other one's got low health, so that's not going to be good for them. And the horsemen, of course, fall for it and go after my spearmen right off to the south. So those generals aren't going to have those horsemen as support.
Enemy general is fallen! They were no match!
Enemy generals are already starting to fall here.
Swordsmen! Unleash fury!
Oh, and they do have a lot of bowman unit. That is the one thing about it. We really need those horsemen. Couple enemy generals already down. They got 5 remaining. 3 very low health and 2 full health. You can see that North Army starting to traverse over here now.
The enemy unit flees! What cowards!
And they're going to pelt these two units. I'm going to try and move one of these units back because I'm going to be worried about this archer fire.
General is fallen! They were no match!
Again, so now we got 3 enemy generals left, and still that North Army still trying to figure out what to do here. It continues to move upwards and downwards. Fairly undecisive. One of the full health generals is losing some health.
To attention, spearmen! Look, the enemy run! Craven! General is fallen! They were no match!
Alright, 2 enemy generals within the settlement itself, but they seem to be just traversing up and downwards, not really doing much of anything.
Make ready.
And now it looks like the bowmen are starting to move forth.
Draw your weapons! Take heed, warriors! To attention!
Speed it up just a bit.
The men are out of ammunition! The enemy general falls!
And one of the enemy generals is gone, leaving that. So that leaves 3 enemy generals now out of like 9. And again, that North Army is again traversing. Even though.
The enemy warriors are running! Ha!
We're gonna move that front unit, those axe wielder vulgars. We're gonna try and channel them through the north gate entrance and try and sideswipe them. We are able to catch one of the enemy generals off guard here, right off to the flank.
The enemy general
It's gonna be the flank attack that I'm gonna try and do. So we're going to try and attack here. There are a few units that we have. A couple Yellow Turban Warriors, Axe Wielder Vulgars, and some Archer units. Try and help, but I don't know if this is going to be it.
Our men flee the battlefield!
we are able to put up this wall of defense. They have a lot of different archers firing on us.
The time has come. Spearmen, stand ready.
Interestingly enough, we are able to take almost all 9 generals out of the mix.
March in the double.
At the very least.
Strike.
Leaving there's just one remaining. Masu.
Take heed, warriors. Raise spears. Spears ready.
Defense happening right in the middle of the city. Nyanyang warriors,
Spineless cowards.
halberds trying to take on reclaimers, heavy spear infantry, and they're going to lose that battle, I think. Not the reclaimers, the enemy units. And again, just right outside the north entrance, we have this long line of engagement happening. We're able to band together those archer units that were out of fire, sadly. And that right flank's just about to fold here. There's some wavering going on with some of my units. I think they still have this one. 1800 to about 800 on my side, so yeah, it's probably going to be...
Attend. Prepare! Move on quickly! Show no mercy! Archers attend! Faster! Destroy them! Spearmen attend! Knocked and ready! Unleash fury! Spears! Make ready!
See, right off the right flank, these axemen, just like a handful of axemen, pulling back this large amount of enemies, like 3 or 4 or 5 units. They're also getting pegged by arrow fire. I think the enemy arrow fire is actually hindering them more than not. You can see friendly fire here happen. Four axe wielder Vulgars left.
Arrows! Spears to hand! Bowmen, stand ready! A unit has been completely destroyed!
So the right flank is fairly decimated, leaving just a handful of units on the left flank.
The enemy run! Craven! Steel yourself!
We were still able to whittle down that number.
Ready! Our men are running! The spineless cowards! Attend! Swordsman!
leaves one unit, the Reclaimers, in which did fairly well win that engagement. Now they're getting hit by arrow fire. The enemy is in retreat, leaving just that one unit there instead of two. And I'm going to try and go for the general. So I'm going to retreat these Reclaimers backwards, try and cut off the general here. This last general. See if we can go for that. And we almost got him. Just about to cut him off. And he ends up getting away. But turns around. Turns around and gets out of the way. He starts running towards his armor. His army. And then we catch up. So maybe we do end up getting him. He got out of the way. And he's retreating. There we go. And it's a decisive defeat. I'd say close defeat on that one. So we do end up losing that one. We took a decent chunk out of them. We ended up hitting every general though in the army. And now they're going to be screwed, blued, and tattooed because I got two big armies right next door. So they're not going to be able to do much.
But this must end. You insult us.
You try to sue for peace.
Destroy corruption.
So we lost the Jade Mine.
My aim is precise.
We're going to attack Pejjun.
No.
Pejjun.
Remain firm.
And we got 3,603, reinforcing 2,242 against 2,653, reinforcing 385. It's going to be Battle of Nanyang Jade Mine. He against Yuan Shu. We're going to get rid of that big army, and we're going to take that Jade Mine back. Yeah, the spiritual aspects in regards to this game. I am a psychic medium, hence the Psychic Wargamers. I have noticed that there is a lot of different spiritual activity in regards to our gameplay, that there is spiritual releases in regards to physical releases pertaining to certain video games. I think there's many different aspects. We've talked about one of them being sort of gods clashing. We've talked about that sort of thing. I think that is one of the modifiers, one of the lenses in regards to certain gameplay. But I think there's other kinds too. I think there's different kind of like spiritual modifications out there, different mods. Like, I mean, behind the scenes with the spiritual technology that they have, I think it wouldn't be too unheard of to see certain kind of different kinds of weaponry at times be utilized. We'll be having sword fights in medieval Earth-based you know video games, and well, within that context, what did it look like in the past within some of those battles? Was there certain accords pertaining to different styles of combat? I think that there probably was, but I'd hazard to guess that maybe there was some battles where there was certain kind of spiritual technology utilized, that of being like gunfire and that sort of thing. I'm wondering if behind the scenes is there certain kinds of like spirits with guns to a certain degree battling each other out in regards to certain kind of gameplay. Do we get to see that kind of lens? I guess within modifications and mods spiritually, there probably is that sort of thing. But classically, in regards to certain releases like that of Total War Three Kingdoms, I'm wondering if there was a certain kind of look at historical pertaining, and if that's in some of the spiritual gameplay. One of the things I think is awesome about it is that we might be gaming with some of our spiritual brethren to a certain extent, and aspects of our process, which is really cool. Even and another one, other selves. If we're playing, certain kind of, if I'm playing a physical video game, am I gaming with my other selves spiritually in a certain sense? Yeah.
At last, our reinforcements are arriving.
So we have our reinforcing army here hitting the scenes. We got a lot of Yellow Turban warriors. We've got about 8 units. The rest happens to be mostly Sacred Garden Watch. There's 6 units, supported by another 2 units of Faith Preservers and Yellow Sky Heralds. That would be the Faith Preservers, the Yellow Sky Heralds, and the Chanters. Putting those in a retinue, I think that would work out really well. There's something about it. And Faith Preservers are like the shield, because they're well armored. Chanters, well, these are the Yellow Sky Heralds, and these guys are like the Macemen, kind of like the offensive of the group, I think. And then you also have the Chanters, which really is the spiritual backbone. You put Chanters on the field, and there's this like energy. You see boosts happen to the units themselves. Again, spiritually, you take a look at what those Chanters do, and there's probably a certain kind of morale in regards to them. They're probably well defended spiritually, in a certain kind of context. I mean, if we're talking about spiritual gameplay, that sort of thing. Forced. Got some light bow infantry. Again, we're getting some supporting forces here as well too. More Yellow Turban warriors, more Faith Preservers, more Sacred Garden Watch. 2 apiece, it looks like. Yep, 2 apiece. Gotta wait for this reinforcing army to meet up here before I venture forth. I'm just kind of forming my units up, and we're going to send them forth. Oh, this looked like a pitch. I'm going to speed it up here a bit, because we don't want to drag this on too long. And there we go, we can see the enemy over here. Finally. So on the enemy side, we'll try and run down the army comps here. They got some unhealthy units. Yeah, they got some low health units. A couple different kinds of stuff here. Rapid Tiger Infantry, you got Lankai Swordsmen, you got some Bowmen too as well. 3 units, fairly low health. Also another Lankai Swordsman. We got some full health cavalry though. Mounted Lancer Militia. We have some Lankai Spearmen as well. Some 2 units of archers. Yep. Also Jai Militia. And to the right flank here, I kind of put a certain kind of wall right next to this huge rock. And it's getting hit by arrow fire, and this cavalry right in front of it doesn't really know what to do. It's kind of moving back and forth, the enemy cavalry. I am moving some archers over there to try and lay down some cover and attack those repeating crossbows that are causing some havoc. I'm going to send my left flank and attack their right flank. Or attack the left flank.
Come on.
Some people refer to it as the
Surely you
enemy
can do
left
better.
flank. It's the way it's
Oh,
kind of
how
facing towards.
How very
It's unorthodox, I
weak.
think.
Our comrade is under attack. Stand ready.
So our generals are going to get in the mix here, right on the left flank, and attack those archer militia. They got some 2 full health cav here, so they do have 5 units of cav. That is a lot of cav. And they are causing some havoc. You can see the enemy do this Benny Hill movement on the left flank. Not really knowing where to move too much. And the bowmen are getting into position now. Going to hit that repeater crossbow. And we are starting to fire back now.
Does battle wear you out?
Men of the forest. And they're going to charge, I think.
I dearly hope your blade is sharper than
And their
your
bowmen
wit.
barely clipped that right flank that I set up there. And with a lot of my left flank over there engaging the enemy army, it's a bit in disarray, so I'm going to send forth the middle of it. We're going to charge right through this forested area. You can see I sent a lot of units to the left flank here, about 8 units of multiple different ones here, Yellow Turban Warriors and Sacred Garden Watch, and we're going to get attacked from behind by enemy cav. We're going to circle around. We got a lot of units to deal with it. I'm sending forth the middle of it and leaving that right flank area almost like a scarecrow, drawing on an aggro too. See the enemy cav hit that right flank, those 4 units of Yellow Turban Warriors in formation right next to this huge rock. You can see cavalry get through and attack Men of the Forest light bow infantry. Sadly, they're gonna hit us there. I'm gonna move one of my right flank Yellow Turban Warriors to kind of try and assist that light bow infantry. 2 of my units kind of got caught off guard here, surrounded by spearmen, Lankai Swordsman, Rapid Tiger infantry. We do have some bow fire on it. And they're going to try and send their generals right through my front line here and try and attack that bow infantry right behind the front line, which did venture forth.
The enemy unit flees! What cowards! Show fury!
And one last remaining move here by Tai Jai as he retreats to hit that buff. See, all across the line here, we have a lot of different engagements. Right in the center to the right, Jai Militia trying to take on Sacred Garden Watch. Got that axe on halberd kind of feel.
The enemy warriors are running. Ha!
It's the enemy bowmen firing upon as well. Right over next door to where you can see some Faith Preservers. Yeah, some axe units. It's Nanyang Warriors again, axe on spearmen. I think they're edging out those axemen. Oh no, Faith Preservers are winning. And then we have a huge gap, which I'm going to send for 3 units here. I have this massive gap to be able to just walk right through. And I think what I want to do is I want to send 1 unit to the right, attack this Nanyang Warriors right from behind. So right to the right of it, we're going to fold and attack some enemy units right from behind. And then to the left, we're going to send these 2 units over off to the left flank. That mass amount of units that I sent forth, we are able to breach front lines here. We're going to surround the left flank. Enemy surround the enemy. And the enemy generals don't really know what to do. They look like they're circling around here, trying to understand where to go. And I'm going to send 2 of my generals after them, 1 apiece. And again, right to the right flank, there's this huge engagement happening here. Rapid Tiger infantry and some Lankai spearmen surrounding, again, those Faith Preservers and Yellow Turban Warriors. I'm going to send 3 units of Yellow Turban Warriors to attack them from the flank, right from the right. And that's going to put a stop to it. Some enemy cav tried to get in the way there, but they kind of got trampled. And of course, I did leave a unit behind. Sadly. Here I find a general and 4 fresh units. So the enemy doesn't have a chance here. They look like they are going to lose this one.
Look, the enemy run. Craven.
They are fighting fierce. As soon as I shifted some units right behind this center conflict, you can see some of the enemy units folding.
The enemy unit flees. What cowards?
Guns ready.
Do not relent.
Attack!
The right flank is in disarray. There's one unit left, flank guy Spearman. So that attacking from bringing those 3 units over there and kind of spearheading right into the side of them ended up working out. See a lot of retreating troops happening currently. Some bowmen left, got to chase them down.
Warriors are running. Ha!
Left flank's folded as well. Lose a couple archer units.
The enemy unit flees. What coward? The enemy general falls. Ha!
Oh, that should be victory.
Move out quickly. Head, Turban. Take heed, warriors. Stand ready. Sword sharpened. Steel yourself. Head. Hurry. Move.
Sadly, we did lose. We did have a retreating general happen.
Those who fight do not win. Those who win do not fight. This is the way of the Tao. You continue to grow and unlock the mysteries of the Tao.
Righteousness won today.
So close victory. And doing really well on my side here. Yeah, a lot of units pitching in.
Thrust with conviction and
Really well
strike.
won.
Maintain momentum.
So Yuan Shu is broken. That seems to be what it looks like. 3 retreating generals and not too much to defend with in Nanyang Jade Mine. And Nanyang Regional City pretty much open.
Remain honest. Ever upwards.
So we're going to chase them down here. We're going to take Nanyang back.
Focus your rage.
Yeah, superior. It's going to be 2,285 against 826. Siege of Nanyang Jade Mine back. We're going to take it back.
This is more than our struggle. It is China's. You are tiresome boys. Come, battle awaits. enemy unit flees! What coward! Blades! Show no mercy! Prepare! The enemy warriors are running! Ha! Blades!
Victory.
The people's voice cannot be silenced.
Jade Mine is once again within our control.
We will bring righteousness to this settlement.
And you want shooters in retreat and try and catch up to some of these generals.
Bend, do not break. To arms!
We're going to delegate.
Righteousness won today. We have need of courageous warriors. Shout fury! Our victory is proof of heaven's approval. Return them to their kin. China is people, not its oppressive warlords. Poised to strike. The mightiest tree survives on its roots. Return to standard position. My blade is poised. Resume standard positions. The goal is fixed. Resist corruption and endure hardships. Advancing. I shall not waver. Wisdom guides. Contemplate all.
So we're going to attack Shangyong here. 1727 against 698. He against Kongrong. Siege of Shangyong, large town.
Our comrade is under attack.
We're just going to send our forces in. They don't have too many. See our generals maneuvering. We're just trying to move through this center gate, which basically just sent all my forces over there. I was going to split it up into two groups, but then I looked at the health of the units, and it didn't look to be. See the arrow tires on fire here On the other side of the gate. Casting ominous shadows in the battlefield. Break through this halberd infantry. You're shaking like Godzilla's in the background. Friggin' heck. I think that's the falling of the towers. The generals may be shaken.
The enemy unit flees! What coward! Stand ready! To attention! Now! Warriors are running. Ha!
Also, the second gate that we were working on too, I didn't see. Claim victory. Finally, Shangyong is ours.
Cunning triumphs over brute force. This location suits our plans.
That leaves one area left in regards to the settlements pertaining to Kongrong in the west. Technically south in regards to his regions too, because he has one region in the north, Baihai, a regional city, which we're almost encroaching upon as well. One Liu-Bei settlement away from being able to get over there. Peng Cheng looks fairly ready to be taken as well too. And so does Nanyang. I guess that will be next episode. For now though,
China is people, not its oppressive borders.
Shangyong is ours. Anyway, thanks for joining.